Hello, everyone. You are welcome to GloReality. Once again, I say that you are welcome to GloReality, and my name is Glorious Gloria, and it is my pleasure to be your anchor for today. So, today we'll be talking about something that everybody talks about but pays less attention to what it really means, pays less attention to how to really um, use that particular essential thing in life. Guess what it is? Actually, our topic for today is life. 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 And have you ever wondered what life really means? Have you ever thought about what philosophy of life really means? Have you ever thought of reality of life? I'm very sure you'll have talked about it or you'll have thought about realities of life. You even talk about it every time. But have you ever been able to relate the definition of life with your own life, plus the philosophy of life, and how it links to the reality of life and how to solve life problem? I think this is time for us to learn. So, what is life? Well, the simple definition of life is just like a state between when you were born and when you die. That's just the simple definition of life. But according to my own definition or how I see life as loaves of bread in a package or in a packet, anyhow you put it. And then those loaves is life. Now, it's now like those loaves are inside that pack, and you take it one after the other till nothing is left in that packet. So that is how we spend our lives. We spend our lives like loaves of bread, and then one after the other, year in, year out, it reduces, and then whoop, there is nothing left, and then we die. Okay, so why shouldn't we, knowing that our life is likened to a loaf of bread, why shouldn't we live a life of relevance? Why shouldn't we live a life that would reflect and impact other people's life and even help us to remain relevant long after we have died? Okay, so let me ask you, do you know what philosophy of life is? And let me assume that you know. What is your philosophy of life? What is your philosophy of life? So, assuming that you're actually in an interview section, and then someone from the panel just asks you, "Hello, Miss. Hello, Mister. Hello, young lady. Hello, woman. What is your philosophy of life?" How easily could you answer that question? How easily will you be able to answer if you have been asked in an interview or a very, very important meeting that you don't have choice but to answer? What is your philosophy of life? How well will you be able to answer this question? Follow me as I talk more about philosophy of life and how it links to our reality. Now, according to Mark Twain, he actually said that the fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Should I check that again? The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Mark Twain. Now, by philosophy of life, I actually mean the mental framework for understanding how the world works and how you actually fit into the world. That is just it. So, when I mean the philosophy of life, it's just about you understanding or your framework about the world and how it works and how you as a person actually fits into the world. Now, so the philosophy of life could actually include the things you like, how you would actually decide whether something is good or bad, whether there is a God or not, your purpose in life, and if you think there is no purpose in life, how you see other people, how you treat other people, and lot more. But to me, Glorious Gloria. I would say that your philosophy of life is the principal ideology and belief that actually guides your daily living, whether you are conscious of it or not. I'll take that again. The philosophy of life is actually the principle, ideology, belief that actually guides your daily life, whether you're conscious of it or not. It will reflect in how you think, in how you react, how you see life, how you see everything in general. It will always reflect. So, if something terrible or something very nice happens to you at one point or the other of your life, it actually has the tendency of affecting your philosophy of life for a very long time, either negatively or positively. And so, I would say here, especially to parents, that we should be careful what we are unconsciously impacting in our words. For instance, if you are the type that actually punches or makes your partner a punching bag, there is high tendency that it will automatically affect the philosophy of life of your children and in turn affect their daily life, which is their reality of life. So whether we are conscious of it or not, we are directly or indirectly sowing seeds into the life of our children. The same thing applies to us as teenagers. There are some things that we don't know, and maybe our friends actually told us that, oh, baby, if you try this, if you try that, this is how it's going to be. And you're like, oh, really? Okay. Maybe you don't have the opportunity to do that at that time, but you have it at the back of your mind that this thing, okay, I trust so person's judgment, and I'm gonna try it one day. So it becomes a part of your philosophy on how you judge or how you do things in that aspect of life, and then it turns to your reality later on if being fed very well. So whatsoever you allow into your life, whether negatively or positively, other terrible things or very nice things, has a tendency of affecting your philosophy of life, which in turn affects your reality of life. So I hope we are following me. Also, I would like to let us know that there are actually many names or adjectives that we can actually use to describe our philosophy of life, like being a Christian, being a conservative person, a feminist, a loyalist, and so on. But for most of us, our philosophy of life is actually more complex and nuanced. They are not so easily boxed or explicit like that. Even though we might try to find a word or a definition for them, or we can just try to say, okay, my philosophy of life is okay. What guides my philosophy of life and my reality of life is that I'm a Christian, and then everything that is written in the Bible, I am gonna follow. That is my life's philosophy. And another person can come up and say, oh, I am an Hindu person and everything in Hinduism is my philosophy. Another person can say, oh, beyond Christianity, beyond religion, I am a conservative person and everything I do is conservative. So we might say that, but when for most of us, we cannot really box our philosophy in one word. It is more complex than the adjective that we can give it, even though we can try to explain them with names or adjective. So breaking it down, I can say that we have three groups of people in this life. I can say that we have three groups of people in this life. I hope that you follow us on this next episode as I continue on this particular topic of life. And from the next episode, I'll be taking the three groups of people that we have in this life when it comes to our philosophy of life. Remember that I am Glorious Gloria and this is GloReality. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and comment. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop your questions and we promise to answer every of our questions. stay blessed, and stay gym. Do you understand me of that? Stay healthy, still good, and remember to always live a reflective kind of life. It will help you a lot. I remain glorious, Gloria. Have a nice day.